it's the Mad Queen. Welcome into the Queen's Lair. This is actually going to be a bit more of a chatty video, so if that's not your thing, no hard feelings, of course. I am going to be going over my account. I am around 8 months in of play within the game overall, and I want to talk a bit about my progression, where I'm at in the game, what I have, and some of my experiences with you too. Plus, I've had quite a few comments and messages about specific things that I would really like to address just within a video. I think it's much easier because not everybody also joins my Discord, which, you know, the link for that is down below in the description of the video. You're more than welcome to join. The first thing I want to touch on is I did recently upload a video about me reaching hyper-evolution. If you don't know, hyper-evolution is within Inherit. To be able to reach this, you have to have 5 heroes that are level 240 to be able to evolve them again even farther. And at that point, when you level them, you're leveling points into their summit arena. So it did take me a bit of time. But just because I'm a content creator doesn't mean I don't have a lot of responsibilities outside of playing my games. I do take this very seriously, but it's also not the only game I make content for. I'm actually working in collaboration with 3 different games currently, and I have to spread out my time as much as possible. I also do have an illness. I don't talk about it too much in my YouTube videos, but people that watch me on Twitch know about it because everything's kind of a free-for-all. We just talk about anything and everything on Twitch. But it makes me sick sometimes for 2, 3, or 4 weeks at a time. During that time, I try my very best to get in and just make sure I'm doing my dailies at the minimum. And that's honestly when you're going to see me not uploading quite as many videos. I do typically like to upload about 5 videos a week on this channel and my other channels. If I can do more, I love to do that. But whenever you start to notice I'm only uploading maybe 1 a week or 2 a week, that's probably because I am sick. So everybody is on a totally different timeline. That is okay. Just because it took somebody else, you know, less time than it did me, it doesn't mean anything, honestly. You may just have been dedicating way more time and effort into it than I have. And it's not that I haven't put a lot of time and effort into it, but whenever I started to play this game, there were no guides because I was approached by this game to play it, and they asked me if I would consider making content for it if I enjoyed the game, which, of course, here we are now, like 8 months later, so of course I did. I didn't watch any guides, and then I also chose not to watch any guides as well whenever guides did start to come out, because as a content creator, I didn't want to get lazy, because I've played a lot of gacha games within this category, and I know myself, and I don't want to get to the point where I am relying on other people's opinions and other people's content to come up with my guides and my own opinions. I don't want my judgment to be clouded. And if you know because you've watched my content or if you've been watching, then I don't always have the same opinions as everyone else. That's because I am not mainstream looking at all of the content that's being released by every other content creator. My tier lists are going to be different. My opinions are different. My advice is different. Okay? And that's okay. What's the point in coming to, 5 or 10 different channels for Eternal Evolution and hearing the exact same thing? That is not what I want to do and not what I want to give my viewers from my content. So that is why it has taken me some time to do things, and honestly, I'm okay with that. I've enjoyed this whole process. I've wasted a lot of resources. I talk about that all the time. I've made an insane amount of mistakes. There have been times where I've played more casually than competitively. I've not done the Twilight Lands every time it's came out. I've not done the Rise of Heroes every single time it's come out. And it's not because I don't want to, it's sometimes I don't have the time or I'm sick, which unfortunately happens pretty frequently. And you'll know if I am sick because I can't remember if I said this already. I will only be uploading, one video a week or so. That's how you can tell I'm not feeling well. Because generally I do want to upload 5 videos or more. And I'm sorry, I have recorded this video a few times now because I keep thinking of other things I want to add into it. So I super apologize if I repeat anything here. But the point is, you don't need to compare your progress to mine, whether you're ahead of me or way behind me. Please do not compare your progress. I have chosen to play the game how I like to, and of course, that's what I want to encourage everyone to do. Everybody should play the game how they want to play it. If you want to know a lot of information and really get into the game, of course, that's why you come to YouTube and you look for guides and information from people. But the way I'm able to give you my honest opinion and form my honest opinion is by making a lot of mistakes and taking a lot of time to get places. Sometimes when I upload videos, I'll tell you guys, hey, this is new content. I'm just kind of trying it out here. This is what I've done so far. This is not a guide, but whenever I do understand it more, I will release a guide to you. And that's exactly what I do. So I just want you to know, I am not claiming now, or I never will, to know every single thing about the game. I do not. I think that if anybody tells you that they know everything down to the smallest detail about the game, they're probably not telling you the truth unless they've created this game. And in my opinion, that's going to be the only case. I wish that I did have more time and I wasn't as sick as often to be able to put what I want to into this game, because honestly, this is an amazing game and I have loved this game since probably 2 weeks in. I do put a lot of time, I do put a lot of effort and energy into this, but like I've mentioned, I'm between a casual and competitive player. It really depends on the week and how I'm feeling. So of course that's going to put me behind, but that's okay. The point is, I want to show you guys what not to do based on what I figured out in the game. And I have had people comment on videos thanking me, for the content I make, because it's not like everybody else's content. I don't have, all of the same opinions and all the different, I don't know, whatever, outtakes or I don't know, whatever you want to call it, from the game as everyone else does. And that's totally okay. You don't have to agree with me on everything. I actually love to hear differential opinions on the stuff that I make. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll test it, I'll figure it out. Boom. I'll let you guys know. I'll make a video. Hey guys, I was wrong on this. And thank you so much to so-and-so for, sharing this information with me. Now I'm able to, understand this better and help you guys even more because I was wrong. And there's nothing wrong. And I know I keep using the same word over and over again. I really do appreciate you guys that have been with me from the beginning. This channel is a brand new channel. It's only been active, I believe, for... I created it a long time ago for another game that I never ended up making content for, but I think I've only been putting content out for about 6 months or 5 or 6 months. So I appreciate you guys that have stuck around with me even when I was uploading videos that I were not the best quality. Of course, I have been able to make huge strides in the quality of my videos, not with just like the recording and the visuals, but also the way I'm able to convey information as well. But as far as that, that's really what I wanted to talk about the most. I will go ahead and share with you guys where I'm at in my progression as well. So first, I'm just going to go into my heroes that you can see here. I have gone into Hyper Evolution, as you can tell. I also admitted when I made that video, I made mistakes in Hyper Evolution, you know, and I told you guys, don't make these mistakes, don't do this. I was hoping that when I did Hyper Evolution, it was going to help me get rid of all these extra copies of heroes, because I was like, oh, you know, I evolve it again. Now I'm going to be able to put more copies into this hero, and that is not the case. So I did make mistakes. There are other heroes I would have much rather hyper evolved than these guys. Okay, I wouldn't have Muka or Sinway or Kalaza or Falvia in Hyper Evolution if I knew that. I would have used Bailey, Creep, Leo, you know, Luke, any of those heroes, not these. But that's okay. I don't regret it. It is what it is. But as far as the rest, if you're curious, I do have, still to this day, every single hero within the game. I am not a whale by any means either. It will have one grayed out. Where's he at? The new guy. Is he from Turan? Yes, Old John. I do have Old John. I just haven't opened his shards yet that I've gotten from the Rise of Heroes event. I just like to wait kind of till the end and see everything I was able to get so that I can eventually see, you know, the maximum potential from it so I can share it with you guys, which is why he's not open. As far as divine prototypes, I do have quite a few divine prototypes. I don't have all of the super good prototypes either. As you can see, I have one that's red. All the rest of them are blue, purple, and yellow. Do I have all of them? Yes. I've spent personally like $300 in the game, I believe. And of course, on top of that, I have received rewards from the game for my content. But when you look at my account, it's not like I have super crazy stuff sitting in here. And as far as my command post, I have loads of commanders. I would say that this is the place I slack the most in the game, because it takes a lot of time to go through and level up all these guys, and honestly, even then, it takes a really long time to even get really good ones. So that is definitely my weakest point within the game. As far as my outpost, I am in level 7, pretty close to getting to level 8, a little over halfway there. In the guild, I am, will it show me my damage? TheMadQueen. Okay, so on average, I'm doing, you know, 111, 100, all the way up to about 114 million damage on my guild boss. I switch out teams pretty frequently. I'm using Falvia, Ravina, Emma, Azina, and Botmark 2. I could switch this out and make it better, but I'm doing some testing, of course. In the guild hunt, you know, I'm able to do quite a bit of damage. I am one of the top members for damage in my guild. And I guess I could go through here and show you. We have, we're level 4, level 5, level 6. Oh, wait. We're at level 5 here on the Atlas Whale. Don't listen to what I just said, okay? My brain sometimes goes a little faster than the rest of me. But as far as the class technology, I think it's pretty good for the most part, but it's been a steady progress. I have, you know, prioritized energy and I believe assassin, maybe not, hunter maybe. Yeah, Hunter, and recently I've been trying to prioritize summoners because, as we know, summoners are like a super OP class now, which is awesome. I love that. And then when we take a look in my bag at my gear, I have loads of gear that is legendary, and so much gear that I need to go through and upgrade and do stuff with because it's just chilling here. And I could probably make a pretty good difference on my account if I were to just re-gear a lot of heroes, which I have been doing slowly. And if you don't know this, if you're still actually watching the video up to this point, thank you. I appreciate that. Not many people actually do. I am currently working on, in my Discord, a hero search category for Eternal Evolution. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm going to be building out all of my heroes, and I'm going to have a visual guide with also a link to my YouTube for each hero in the game. That way, it makes it easier for people to build heroes out. Plus, it's going to include a bunch more details, and eventually it will go on to my website. If you don't know, I am working on a website, and I've been working on one for quite some time. It's going to include an insane amount of information for Eternal Evolution, as well as Awakened Chaos Era, the other game that I put a lot of time and energy into. So hopefully that will be finished within the next, I don't know, maybe 5-6 months. It's going to take some time, unfortunately, because I am the only person working on it. But quickly, I guess I'll take you into the perimeter. Lost Valley, I am farming stage 15 in every single place. In the Crimson Abyss, I'm consistently farming stage 7. And then in the Triangle place, I haven't actually pushed too much here. And for most of them, I am farming around stage 4 or 5 consistently. But with a bit of time, I would be able to make that a bit better. As far as my soul mine, I could be even farther along. I'm only at 345 on my soul mine. If you look here at my Win for Atlas and Terran faction specifically, I'm not that far into these guys because, to be honest, I've missed a lot. I have. I don't always remember to do these, which is why I'm at 101 here, 101 here, and 131 here. So, and then as far as my story instance, I'm at 3716. Again, I could be a bit farther here, but I can be a bit lazy because this is an idle game, and if it doesn't auto after a couple of times, I just back away from it until I've made some improvements on my account, and I come back a week or two later and try again. So, the point of this whole video is play the game your way, enjoy it, okay? Don't feel pressured to spend any money, and don't feel pressured to speed up your progression to meet mine. And if you are ahead of me, awesome, that's amazing. The game is so fun. Congratulations for you. But don't compare yourself to everybody else. I know it can be hard to do that, especially when you're in a competitive capacity. But wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, it's okay. If you guys have any questions or comments, anything you'd like to add to this, leave that down below in the comments section of the video. I would be more than happy to continue this conversation with you, answer any more questions. I know there are other comments and questions that have been put in my Discord, sent to me in direct messages through Discord, on my Facebook that have been messaged to me, because I do have a Facebook and a TikTok as well, and left in comments of videos, but I'm going to have to get a bit more organized, and hopefully I'll make a progression video in a couple of months and be a bit more organized with that, where I can show and share some of those comments with you guys. But thank you so much for following me along on this. I know my content has not always been great, and it's getting better, I promise. And I love hearing all of your guys' suggestions about new content and ideas as well for things you would like to see on my channel. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you in the next video.